systems engaged. Portal open. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
Apps Global.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to Hops Global. I hope each and everyone can hear me loud and clear. Got some new gears, so hopefully this time around things are gonna move smoothly. So, without further ado, let's kick in. You're welcome to Hops Global, your number one stop for all things Pi Network and crypto base. You know how we do it, coming to you each and every day as time goes on. And today we have some latest updates that have been circulating around. The Pi Network has brought up an update regarding Pi migration. Okay, now everybody has been talking about it, or let's say everybody has been waiting for it. So if you're waiting for your pies to arrive in your wallet, if you're waiting to see whether you're going to lose your Pi coins or you're going to gain some more Pi coins, but you've been going through all that phase of the migration process, well, good news is in, and the good news is that the Pi Network right now have resumed migration, and therefore you're going to be seeing a lot of people getting their Pi coins here and there. So today we're not going to waste time. Let's jump straight in. Let's go and see what the Pi Network have dropped or the news that they brought forth. We're going to read them together. We're going to see the intakes. We're going to check it out, and then we will carry on from there. So it is good news. It is good news that the Pi Network are listening to what people are saying. Okay, they've been paying attention to it, and that is going to be a game changer for the network going forward. So we're going to share. Let's go straight up into the information. So this is an update on mainnet migration and account verification. So we are going to look at the information that the Pi Network has provided here. So you can see on your screen, it says, let me bring it up a little bit more. Yeah, so it says update on mainnet migration and account verification. So basically, this is an update based on the mainnet migration. Okay, and for those of you who have been waiting, yeah, this is the news I need. So it says historically, Pi accounts relied on phone numbers. Okay, so previously, for you to be able to make a verification, you needed to have your phone number where you send a text message and then you receive a text message back wherever it is, the location. But obviously, this was not working, or it has not been working, and the Pi Network are aware of it. So they have made some changes to it, which today we're going to read together, and then we'll just decipher it. So it says historically, Pi accounts relied on phone numbers, not emails. Okay, and as a result, um, as unique identifiers. But whilst it was convenient at first, this approach created challenges, or it has been creating a lot of challenges. And most people are aware, or most pioneers have been going through this process, this difficulty where you might live in Accra, Ghana, or you might be living in any other part of the world, trying to send your text message so that you can make a verification, thereby being able to be eligible to claim your Pi coins, but you couldn't because you send a text message to America, to Israel, to whichever location, and still no response was coming from them. Partly was due to the fact that a lot of companies, a lot of networks do not accept, or were having challenges with sending and receiving text messages, and sometimes it just didn't work. But I mean, every network has its ups and downs. So yeah, Pi Network also had his own. So, but the good thing is learning from mistakes and building upon them. And the Pi Network have done just that, and which is great. So the Pi Network have been able to finally been able to see that yes, the text messages are not working, or the way the rate at which they are working is very low. I mean, you're attending to millions of people, so it's possible to have issues. So text, if you read the content, this approach created challenges as SMS or text via phone verification was proven to be both unreliable and costly. Now, I hope everyone who is here, if today's your first time, please hit that like, subscribe button. Let YouTube algorithm bring in more people as we proceed onwards. And if you've not subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel. And as we are moving forward, and big congratulations and a big thank you to all hoppers. Okay, we've finally crossed 4,000 subscribers, and we are boasting on, and we keep moving on our way to 5,000. Already we are at 4,007, 4,005. I know we can hit that 5,000 mark and keep pushing. So it says that the SMS was both unreliable and costly. Yes, it was costly because I mean it costs a lot of money to send messages, especially if you are somebody who is in Africa. Okay, if you were in Europe, it might be easy for a little while. But if you find yourself in Africa, obviously you're going to be faced with a lot of challenges where you have to be sending SMS, buying credits, buying cash, using cash to make purchases of credit card credits to be able to send all these text messages. And at the end of the day, if they don't come back, it becomes a hurdle. Okay, so yeah, so I hope everybody can hear me. If you can't hear me, please hit in this the comment section. Okay, let me know. And also the the poll is on. Please do attend to it, and let's see what you think. Click in and put your vote in. So due to the global distributed nature of the Pi community, yes, SMS communication between pioneers and servers have not always worked due to different geographical limitations in telecommunication regulation, carrier policies, individual service subscription, and cost, and more. Yes, I am so glad that the Pi Network finally responded to this issue because it was a big issue, or it is a big issue, and it is one that I am glad that they have finally been able to attend to, because a lot of people have been sending messages and have it is costing them a lot of money to be able to send these messages, and they're not even getting any response. And also, some people just didn't have money. So if you didn't have money, that means they cannot send these text messages, which became an issue. But fortunately, this thing has been resolved by the Pi Network, and we are always here to shed some light on it. So, in light of these challenges, and that the network is in a phase with more reliable authenticity measures, okay, such as the KYC and the liveness check, it is time to shift. Keyword, it is time to shift from primarily or solely relying on phone numbers to using email-based two-factor verification or authentication, or what we know as the 2FA verification, with the goal of eventually supporting advanced authentication methods like passkeys and biometrics. The email-based 2FA verification not only address the above challenge, but also improves security because of the two-factor aspect. So you can clearly see the Pi Network have been listening, they've been working, and I'm very glad that things are moving the way that it's supposed to be, especially with where Pi Network right now is. Pi Network is among the upper echelons of cryptocurrencies, and therefore it has to showcase a level of security and a level of communication as compared to the bigger boys. Okay, and knowing that Pi Network is in a class of its own, it definitely is a very big positive that this information is coming at this time, because it's going to help a lot of people to be able to now finally be able to break free. So if you don't have the money to buy the to do the buy money to send SMS, no worries. You have other avenues, which in this case, the email verification or two-step email verification of probably phone number or the or using your email, and also the liveness check, and then the KYC. So all these things and are security measures which the Pi Network can mobilize or have engaged, because right now Pi Network is about to increase from where it is now to the level of fully active Web3, where we're going to be having payments, etc., via the Pi domains, okay, which we have done a video on that. So if you've not watched it, please go do look for it and watch. Now, to get there, every user will first. So these are the steps that you need to do, or you need to take. If you've not done these verification, or if you are looking forward to be able to successfully, okay, go through this phase, what you need to do says first, every user first need to establish a trusted email on file. When you say the trusted email on file, the Pi Network, what they mean is you need to make sure that your email is active, okay, and that you have it on the network. So as part of your registration or as part of your profile, there are sections where it gives you opportunity to put all this information regarding your email and all that. Now, in the past, a lot of people obviously had not done in most of these, or they were skeptical a little bit about it, and because of that they failed to provide their real email addresses, okay, and as a result of that it led to a whole lot of issues. So the Pi Network is basically coming in to say, you know what, you need, if you've not done an update, you need to do an update as soon as possible. So if you know you didn't provide the right email or you didn't provide the right address, please do so right now, because the migration is still ongoing and it has resumed, and things are going to be moving very, very fast. So the email base right now is coming on board, and we need to be on together with it. So don't miss a single thing. Now, moving on, it says, so the first thing is to do that. Now, the next thing that you need to do, okay, is that you also, it says, lost access to their past emails or shared emails with family members. That one is not as important as the key factor, which is make sure that the email that you have is a trusted one, that you don't have any issues with it. Okay. Now the next is given that adding an email to adding an email to a Pi account is not done at the time of account creation, and this is a major shift in account management and security. So Pi had to check that through additional analytics and analysis before allowing users to migrate. So you can clearly see the Pi Network take their security very, very seriously. Like it's on a whole different platform, a whole different level. The Pi Network does very in-depth scrutinization before they let you get your hands on some Pi coins. Okay, so that's why you should protect your Pi at all costs, no matter what it is. You need to be able to protect it, irrespective of wherever you are, and you need to make sure that you are getting your money's worth. Okay, because it's free, and at the end of the day, it's free. So moving on, said Pi, Pi had to do the additional analytics and analysis before allowing users to migrate. How users added their trusted emails, how they verified their email addresses, how they completed the 2FA, etc., to ensure the integrity of these processes and the security of users' accounts. In some cases, okay, hold on. Okay, so in some cases, okay, it says that in some cases, where is that? Totally lost me there a little bit. Now, I really hope everybody can hear me, because this is a new headset, and I'm using the microphone of it, so I hope it's very clear without any interruptions or issues whatsoever. Let me just double check. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Everything seems fine. All right. So in light of this, that's where it says in some cases further actions such as liveness check or additional SMS verification are needed. This required a temporary pause in migration until such system level checks were made. And so by they bringing this, it's assumed, or we now know that this information or this process of the temporary pause and the further checks has been done. So the good news is that migration have now resumed and will gradually expand as more email-based 2FAs and system-level checks are completed. Pi Network is committed to a smooth and secure transition, and your patience is appreciated as account security is strengthened for everyone. So that is what the Pi Network team dropped today, and we are here for it. Brilliant submission by the Pi Network and a very good work done by them. You can clearly see that they are making progress, or we are making progress. We are keeping on, making sure that nothing is escaped, and we are actively on. The network is moving as it's supposed to, with this new addition that is coming in, meaning that in the coming days, a lot of people are going to be receiving their Pi coins. They are also, and by so doing, it's going to keep the network very active, very active. Already is very active. If you look at the likes of, hold on, if you look at the likes of Pi, let me share this and show you. So if you look on Pi Scanner, okay, if you look on Pi Scanner, let me show you. Let's share. So Pi Scanner definitely is going to be displaying something like this. So this is the Pi Scanner, okay. It shows you all information that needs to be known on the Pi network. As you can see, this shows you a global update of Pi network and everything that has to do with Pi. It shows you the number of active nodes, the number of validators or active validation, and the known peers, the countries where it's involved, and the disconnected nodes. So the orange bit that you see on here, those are let me just pull it up a little bit for you. So the orange bit that you see here, these are all Pi. These ones, the yellow bits are validators. Okay, so you can see the validators in there, and then you can see that the blue bits are the watchers, and then you have the disconnected ones in there. So this is an entire view of all the Pi network ecosystem, including the node, active nodes, the super nodes, the validation. The super nodes are known as the validators. So you can clearly see these are like four major ones. There are more. If you go in depth, you clearly see. And then also this section also shows you on a map scale where those nodes are located around the globe. You can see that in Africa there's zero, almost zero. There's not much. If you go in depth, you have the likes of Ghana, Benin, and all these other places. Let me see. Maybe I can enlarge it a bit for you guys. Hold on. Let me pull up for you. So yeah, if you search the entire continent of Africa, I'm not seeing even a single one. There might be. It's just that the size of it, okay, size wise, probably it's not the best. Or the activities. I think there's only one, which is even a node in somewhere in South Africa, all the way down in Kempton Park. And this is what makes it actually very interesting, because it goes down to exactly where. So it's a very detailed, so it's a disconnected status. It shows you the address, shows you the watcher, shows you where in South Africa. It's incredible. It's incredible. I'm telling you, very soon, there's nothing that is hidden. And then there's a node, one of those super nodes in China. You can clearly see where. Forgive me if I can't pronounce the name because it's written in Chinese. Look at that. Ooh. So if you see all the disconnected ones around it, now these are disconnected nodes that link to this, and they all been disconnected, probably because maybe they are asleep or something. Because I mean, it is bright in England, so in the UK, so definitely. But you can see it is a serious one. Now, my geography is not the best, but you can clearly see Asia is not joking. Oh, wow. It's about 3 on here. This is incredible. But anyway, the reason why I didn't want to show you, not this is not the main, but this is along the way. And it's very interesting to see and know that we have such a network which is very active and things are moving in a very good trajectory, which is good. So what I want to show you is let's go back to here, see what we have on the notes. So let's go to the home. All right. So the home tells us the market cap, current events ongoing. Pi Network, it dropped. You can see here, there's a massive drop down all the way to like 0.77, and then a gradual on, and then since then it's been moving. And then I think at about 11 today, it dropped again from 83 all the way down, and currently is doing 0.78. But all this, the price is not really one that should be focused on. The most important thing that we're going to be looking at is information regarding the amount of Pi coins that we have in circulation. The current market cap is not really that of much relevance, but we need to know the operations, the amount of Pi coins that are due to be released. Okay, that are due to be released. Those are the kind of information that we need right now. That way we are able to understand. So this is what I'm looking for. So Pi that has been unlocked, the Pi that will unlock in 30 days. So there we go. The Pi chart for the next 30 days. So the next 30 days, or by April 27th, we are expecting a total of about 4.9 million Pi coins to be unlocked. Okay. So why is this relevant? So it says total locked Pi. So you can see the total locked Pi is 5. Well, how many is that? Is that billion? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's million. Yeah, trillion. So that's all right. 5 trillion Pi coins have been locked. Correct me if I'm wrong. Total unlocked in next 30 days. So in the next 30 days, there's going to be over about 116 million Pi coins that will be unlocked. Wow. 116 million. Oof, that's a lot. So obviously all these are going to affect the market, but also that's on the market side, but also it's going to mean that there's more opportunity for Pi to be used within the ecosystem, which is the focus. And let's not forget, the last time we spoke, we talked about the fact that there are what do you call it? The last time we talked about the fact that there is in the pipeline a Pi DIO swap. Okay, for which I've done a video on. So if you've not watched that, please go do watch it, because it's all in the pipeline. It's all in the pipeline. So Pi is active, is strong, and we have a lot coming. Now the average daily unlock one is about 3 million Pi coins are unlocked daily. The highest day seeing about 6.8 million. So in the coming 30 days, in April, God willing, we are going to see gradually a spike in the quantity or the amount of Pi that will be unlocked. So in 30 days time, we're going to be seeing a huge amount of Pi coins. So if you see the price fluctuating a little bit, don't be surprised, because there's a lot of Pi that will be released into the system. If those people choose to sell, then you see it's going to reflect in the price, okay, in the price. But if they don't sell, they hold, and they even again lock up some portion of it, then we're going to see great things. But then one of the most important things to note is that the moment the dial comes into focus, then all these Pi that you see here will have the potential of being transformed, because the dial, like I said, the dial is active. It's they are awaiting approval. Okay, the dial is awaiting approval. So here's the dial. If you've not seen the dial, so this is the Pi dial swap. Okay, it's not yet actively online. There is awaiting confirmation from the Pi network, and once it's been confirmed, we will be able to jump in and to be able to make swaps. So for example, if you have 100 Pi, once you swap it to USDT, you'll be able to get 300, meaning that 1 Pi on here is equivalent to about $3. Now, like I said, this is not official, but then the site has been developed. Everything it looks very, very nice. I'm not gonna lie. And they have the opportunity to do staking as a DAO, active participation, etc. and etc. So this puts Pi Network in a very good vantage point. We have KYC ongoing now, and now that we're going to be having a more solid migration, is really a good thing to have. So then on the next agenda, let's look at some of the information or the news that have been regarding today's updates that came on. So looking at one of the reputable places that you can go for Pi news is the Pi news on X. Okay, so let's look at X. So on X, Pi Network is adding email based, so basically just the information that we read through. So it has started being popular on Pi, on the social media mainstream, and as you can see, the same thing, similar information. Migration have now resumed and will gradually expand as time goes on. Okay, so let's see. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a bit hazy. Hold on. Yeah, it seems my camera is a little bit. Yeah, it's on and off. Anyway, we are up. We are grateful. Yeah, it's back on. So we're grateful for the news that has come through. The network is ongoing. Things are moving. Pi Network to the moon. It is still on. Don't give up. If today is your first time watching me, please hit that like, subscribe button. Make sure that you are part of this union. Okay, make sure that you are part, and make sure that you are following the Pi Network. If you haven't subscribe to this channel, because you're going to get more information regarding with the Pi Network. All holders of Pi Network, all hoppers, please do hit that like, subscribe button. Share this information, share this news to all others so that they know that migration is still ongoing. Migration has resumed. Okay, it has resumed, and it's a resume with full force. Number two, we have email verification now coming in, doing away or helping with the text message verification, which a lot of pioneers and hoppers had issues with. So right now, Pi Network is elevating itself, and that is exactly what we need. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. If today's your first time, thank you so much for passing through. Do come back. We are on our way to 5K, 5,000 subscribers. Big ups to everybody who has been subscribing and pushing this channel to the very end. I'll be coming to you one more time again. You know how we do it. Coming to you each and every time, making sure I'm coming with an update, coming to you with information. If you have Pi, please hold on. Don't sell. Don't sell. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. This is the preparation for Pi Network positioning itself to be at the very top. Domain auction is going to come to an end in July. So do stay tuned. Okay. If you've not yet bought a domain, please, what are you waiting for? Grab some Pi coins. It only costs $10, 10 Pi coins. Come on, 10 Pi coins, and you secure yourself a domain name. You can secure it for yourself, or you can, well, if you have all the money of the Pi coins, you can auction and bargain or fight for a domain name, a reputable domain name like Amazon, Samsung, Shopify, all the big names that you can think of. You can put your money in and grab yourself a domain name. I have grabbed mine, and I'm still waiting for to see how that goes on. The holder of Amazon auction, okay, they dropped down a little bit, but don't let that be something. I'm not gonna let that be something that's gonna push, because now I can see about 305 Pi coins. Somebody coming in with 50, 200. It's all because I've seen 30,000, and I'm pretty sure the person, whoever has it right now, has withdrawn his money comfortably and is just waiting for closer to the ending of that date, and then he'll just come in. Because getting closer to June 28th, we are up by 2 days. We are going to see, that's where the big boys are going to jump in, because why throw the money in now when they could carry that 30,000 and putting it in there? They can lock it up for 2 weeks for it to generate some cash, and increase their mining rate. So they wait, getting closer to 23rd, 28th, that's where the big boys will come, because after 28th deadline is cut. So boom, they'll be coming in with 30,000 Pi coins, 40,000 Pi coins for the likes of Amazon, for the likes of Samsung, and all these big companies, Google and all that. And it's endless. So do stay tuned. Thank you for turning up and for listening to Hops Global, your number one stop for all things Pi Network and crypto. Okay, we'll be coming to you again. Please do share this message and like. Until we meet again, have a lovely evening, and God be with you. Bye-bye.
God checked. Crypto checked. Hoppers, welcome home. All systems engaged.